What's up, Loyalty Squad? Oh my god, I feel like I haven't picked up this camera and God knows when. It's a great morning. Guys, I didn't tell you guys something, but to all the loyal Loyalty Squad members, I don't want to call you guys fans, we are moving. You guys see that? Like, our bed is on the floor. Our bed is on the floor because I had to break the bed down, and well, Bae did. Y'all know I be chilling, but Bae had to break the bed down, and we had slept on the mattresses so it wouldn't be so hard for us to just throw everything away today, because today is move out day. Today we're gonna throw all the mattresses out. Everything's gonna get out, and you guys are gonna come along this journey with us. I know some of you are inquiring what is going on with us. Is the rumors true? Did we get put out our apartment? Are we moving to another state? All of these questions still remain, and we will be answering your questions. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not keeping up with the Hammers, then what are you doing? We want to know. Guys, like I said, you guys are gonna see, I don't know how much we're gonna spill in this video, how much you guys are gonna know in this particular video, but you guys will know some stuff, and what we're gonna be doing and where we're gonna be going, and it's exciting, so stay tuned. So I'm on the phone with Bae. Hold on, Bae. Say what up to Loyalty Squad.
What up, Loyalty Squad? Here in a minute. Yeah.
We're about to go shopping and all that other good stuff, but Bae, as soon as I get with Bae, we're gonna finish telling you guys everything, so stay tuned. Bae, tell them stay tuned, Bae.
Stay tuned. Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn.
Snacks, all that good stuff.
Get all that good stuff. So we will be returning in a few. I want you guys to hear tea.
You want my bring that with you too?
You got a mount?
No, but I could get one.
Oh, okay.
We headed out.
How many snares you got?
I think like 4 or 5.
I made space. I got this. 2 could probably fit in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, and then I made some space over there.
This lighting is good.
All right, yeah, I'm for real. I'm on my way right now.
I'm looking for the 7-Eleven.
I know. Oh, my bad.
I'm trying to see if you need help around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, when I say this has been an emotional, okay,
Pick that up.
this has been an emotional day. Everything is out the cabinets. Everything is gone. I am so overwhelmed, but at the same time, let me see if I can put y'all down.
Trash.
Okay, I gotta bend down a little bit. We are all so overwhelmed, but we also feel good at the same time. We are about to finish the last stuff to put in the car, and this is it. We've been here at Brook Hollow for 10 years, and it's a blessing that we were able to stay here that long, but it's a blessing where we are going. We love you guys. Everybody that's praying for us, we appreciate each and every one of you. We love you guys, and we cannot wait to go on this journey with you guys. Hey y'all, so I had to come back up here. Just to, before we get into this video, please note that we have talked to a couple people and heard their opinions on it. We still stand by what we're saying in this video. We're, like I said before, well, you will see, we are not upset. We are not homeless. This is my bed. This is my room. We are not homeless. That's just one of the things I wanted to clear up. We are not in the streets, and you guys will get into it a lot more as the video goes on. But again, this was previously recorded and we have talked to some people since then, but we still stand by everything that we say in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We love you guys. All right, y'all. So it may look like I have the same outfit on because this is actually the other video that we did when we went to Nickelodeon. You guys seen us in this, and we decided to finish up this video, which was prolonged. Definitely needed to, y'all don't pay my hair no mind. I was sweating, and y'all know them natural hair, honey. But this was us just continuing this video because we started it when we were at Brook Hollow. Many of you know we are no longer at Brook Hollow. This is our room. Just give you a quick little, this is our room where we're staying. I could give them a little tour. So this is the bathroom. It's nice. It's really pretty. It's pretty bathroom, right? So, and then of course the kitchen. I'll show you. Oh, go ahead. I'll show you guys the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. This is where me and baby cooking it up, chefing it up. And we are, this video is basically addressing the rumors, talking about our next move. And when I say addressing the rumors, it's because so many people have their own opinion of what's going on, or assumptions, as I should say. And we just want to clear it up. Not that we have to, but I personally, you know, want you guys to know, especially my fan base, what's going on. And people who aren't supposedly our fans, but keeping up with the Hammonds anyway. So we are definitely gonna, you know, get into this video. I'm gonna set everything up and we're gonna talk about everything, so stay tuned. This has been long overdue. I first want to start by saying this is not shade towards anybody, because if you think about it, it's Kendra and John that is being talked about. So if anything, it's not shade like, oh, she's being indirect. No, this is what was said about us, about John and Kendra. So we're clearing it up. Like we said, not to say like we have to do this, but this is the first and the last time anybody is going to hear us say anything. Because even when first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth rumor done came out, we were quiet. Right. We didn't mention it.
And another thing too, I really didn't want to do this video. I didn't care to do it, but it's definitely needed because
it kept getting worse and worse. Yeah, something new. We keep finding out something new, and it's not us searching for it. Because if we were searching for it, we would have caused the drama, I guess, that comes along with searching for that type of stuff. Even when stuff was being said, we literally just was quiet. We minded our own business when it was our business. Yeah, always. Like, so we'll get straight into it. So as you guys can see, we are in a new space. We are not in our apartment. We are actually in my aunt's apartment. And if you stay tuned, you will learn why we came here.
It's not an apartment, but it's a house.
I'm sorry, house. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me when she see this. We are in my aunt's house, not an apartment, okay? We are in Hoochow. She gonna kill me when she see this. Sorry. So we are in her house. She let us stay here. She was gracious, and we are so grateful for her. So we're gonna bring it back to the beginning, right? All right. So you want me to tell that?
Nah, I'll tell it. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So y'all know we've been at our last spot. We've been at that spot for, it would have been 10 years this year. Yeah. So it was 9 years, and you know, it was great, lovely years. Mm-hmm. We met some new people, some new friends, some new family. Yep. And you know, like it was all well and good. Mm-hmm. It still is all well and good. Right. But what we got there in October of what year?
2012.
2012 October, and we've been there ever since. So, you know, this past October, that recently passed, I want to say our lease was up. And our lease was up, and we didn't want to sign another lease. We kind of wanted to do like month to month because we was planning on, you know, moving elsewhere. We was going to move somewhere else, and then we started looking like out of state and stuff. We started, you know, exploring our options. So, whatchamacallit?
You acting like Troy, whatchamacallit?
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Nah, so we moving on, you know, October, then November, December came, January, and we ended up getting something in the mail. Well, it wasn't in the mail.
Wait, let me tell this because I was sitting there.
Yeah, she was there for it, but...
So, we get a knock on the door, and as some of you know, my brother and my mom had stayed with me at the time. So, my brother was in the living room, and he said somebody was banging real hard. Our room was to the back, so even if you knocked on our door, we didn't hear anything unless you knocked on the back door. So... they banging, he was like, I ain't answering no door, who you looking for? And he was like, John Hammond. So, it's funny now, I was pissed when I got it though. And my brother, if y'all know my brother said, I ain't opening the door for this, you know what? And I was like, he was not having it. Dude was like, nah, he about to get me, acting like he want John and he want me. Like, my brother is hilarious. So then, me and Jamel was in our room. Well, in our room. Me and Jamel was in my room. And Troy came in and was like, Shay, tell Jamel to get out. They call me Shay. Shay, tell Jamel to get out. So I was like, tell Jamel to get out for what? And he was like, the cops was just here for TJ. Yo, my heart must have like jumped out and ran out the door. And Jamel was like, I ain't going nowhere. Like, what they want with my father? And I'm like, Jamel, just go. Because one thing is I told Troy, why would you do that with Jamel standing right there? Like, don't say cops was just here for T. Because now they think that, you know, something's going on. Okay. So I read the paper and I'm like, it looks like a notice to quit, which I've had a notice to quit in the past, but it looked different, right? And I'm like, what is this? So I called my husband and I'm like, babe, we got a paper. He was like, I can't be nothing because we're straight with everything. So I'm like, nah, something not right. It's telling us we got to be out by February 28th, this, that, and the fourth. So he was like, wait, what? So I'm reading the paper and I'm still, guys, like, it's not clicking in my brain that it say lapse of time on the bottom of it, like the middle of it. So I'm like, something not right. I got this like pain in my stomach. I felt nauseous. I was like, oh God, what is going on? So I called my landlord and I talked to her, and she has been property manager, she has been so helpful through it all. And I'm like, well, what is this? And she's like, he doesn't want to do the month to month that you guys want to do. So I'm like, this is the story. We did not want to sign the lease because we are moving to Houston. So, because we were moving to Houston, we didn't want to do a year lease. You all know that during the pandemic, a lot of the landlords were losing out on money and all of that stuff because, you know, people didn't have the money to pay for their apartment. So, they too did not want to do a month to month, knowing that anytime I can say that I want to go, right? So now they're telling me, after I get served the paper, not an eviction. I'll get to those rumors next, but not an eviction. But they gave us a paper basically stating that they no longer wanted us as tenants if we didn't sign the year lease.
Yep. So, and another reason why we didn't want to, like, even though that just happened, we didn't want to sign a lease anyway because we didn't want to start the lease in January because we were already trying to be out by like the middle of the year, kind of. Yeah. And we didn't want to break the lease or whatever, and we had to wait for the kids to finish school and all that stuff. So we really didn't want to break that lease. So we were trying to do month to month. But even with month to month, you know, they were trying to double charge. You know, like they raised the price crazy for month to month. But it was cool because that's what we was paying.
Right. So now, I'm talking to her and she's just like, they don't want to unless you sign it. I'm not signing it. I'm gung-ho. We leaving. I'm excited about us leaving. We're starting our new journey. Like, you know, and we didn't even want to talk about it to anyone because we still don't have all of the...
We got to have our ducks in order.
Yeah, we don't have everything complete yet.
So it was on our time the whole time. The reason why,
is we didn't want to leave, so we weren't going to sign a lease. Now, when we didn't want to sign a lease, we called 5 different apartments. All 5 people said that they'll take us because, 1, we make great money. And I'm not saying we're millionaires or billionaires or even thousandaires. I'm just saying we make good enough money to where they will want us as a tenant. As soon as I asked them, the first 4 people, I said, you know, do you guys do month to month? Unfortunately, we're not doing month to month right now. We want someone signed in a year lease. Okay, cool. Boom. The 5th lady, she said, honey, let me tell you something that nobody's going to tell you. She said, right now, all landlords have lost so much money that we don't want nobody for month to month. We want people that's locked in for 12 months. And I respected her because it was like, she was talking to me with the real. Like, if you know me, like, just say it. Like, I'm that person. Just say it. Don't say, oh, no. Well, no, we don't want to. I want to know why. Why can't you take me month to month? So she explained it. And she said it. She said, I don't want to do month to month with you guys because we are, like, we are set on the 12 months. So she said, I can do 6 months with you. Now, for this apartment, the 5th lady I talked to, it was a 2-bedroom, but the master bedroom had a closet so big, it could turn, we could have put a bed in there for LJ, right? And the twins could have shared the room, and then me and T. Now, because we just doing whatever we need to do to get out of here. That was the goal. So now she says, but I can do a 6-month lease with you, which would have been perfect for the time that we're trying to leave. But the 6 months, she said, for a 2-bedroom, $1,850. I'm not paying $1,850 for no one, nobody, unless it was worth paying that. And the apartment, don't get me wrong, it was not
nobody's apartment.
No, it was not.
Yeah, no apartment.
I'm not doing that.
2-bedroom at that too. Nah.
No, and it wasn't in the best area. No, I'm not doing that.
It was trash. It was bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. And we were going to do what we had to do. Now, I called my aunt and I'm telling her, asking her, do she know? At this time, it's crunch time. I don't text so many people like, do y'all know anybody that live in Houston that could direct me for, because y'all know my boys are everything. I'm like, that could direct me in the schooling area. What's a good school for them? Would they be put in a bad school or like a public school that really don't care? Like, I'm big on education. So we get a couple people that write us, but I call my aunt, I call my godfather, and my aunt said, well, you know, I got my cousins that, you know, we could talk to, and TJ, we just found out TJ got a cousin that live in Houston. You know, we finding out so many things. So my aunt, I told her, you know, the situation, because now by this time, I talked with my sis, and she was like, why not just look for an apartment in Houston? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. But I told my aunt, so we started looking for apartments, but I still want to go in the right area. So my aunt was like, why are y'all going out there and really don't know where you're going? Because I'm a person, like, when I want something, I go for it.
And that's the thing with me and her. If it was just me and her,
we would have been out.
No problem. Like, ASAP. Like, through all of this,
I would have drove.
Hop on a plane or just drove and went down there. But like she said, we, you know, real strong on the kids' education. We want to make the right moves for them. We don't want them to having to move in the middle of the school year. Think about that. You get 2 twin boys walking in your classroom in the middle of the school year. Like, you know, it's so much that goes along with that. So we wasn't even trying to have that. So we did have to, you know, slow it down a little bit and think on our feet.
Well, she helped us open our eyes because we was going to do whatever was best for our family. Period.
Absolutely.
We was gonna do what was best. So she was like, why don't y'all come stay with me? And yet again, I'm gonna say this. She said, why don't y'all come stay with me? And my aunt, she can vouch that she said this. Y'all could come stay with me, and then when y'all ready to go, y'all just go. Now to the rumors.
To the rumors, baby.
Rumor report.
Yes.
No. But
alright. Number one rumor. We got evicted. Oh, y'all heard about Shay and T, John and Kendra.
Yes.
You know they got evicted. Blah blah blah. Rumor number one. We got evicted. And as you just heard, we explained the story. We did not get evicted.
No. Not at all.
What you heard? What you heard, girl?
So then another rumor is
tell them the gossip. The gossip juice. What you heard?
The other rumor was that John works long hours and I sit at home and do nothing.
Dang, girl. Dang.
Homie. In high school, you was the man, homie.
Let me explain something to you. This field that I'm in, if y'all don't know, I do have my CDL Class A, and I'm a professional truck driver.
You gotta add that professional.
I have to. I drive in the boroughs every day. Boroughs meaning Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, freaking Long Island, Staten Island. I'm there every day with an 18-wheeler. So, you feel me? Like, that's what I do. And with trucking, even when you get your own truck, it's long hours. It's really long hours because 9 times out of 10, if I'm not doing the boroughs, a lot of my stuff is upstate New York or real far down south towards like Atlantic City kinda. So let me break this down to you from a trucker's view. I work long hours, right? Some of my stops be 4 hours away from where I start. So let's say I start at 1:30. So I got 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. 5:30 I get to my stop, right? That's 4 hours of driving. And then when you out there, it takes 4 hours coming back. So let me see. 4 plus 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 hours. Don't some people work 8 hours in one day? They only work 8 hours? And here I am just going there and back without even unloading yet. Just there and back is 8 hours.
8 hours.
That's light work.
So that's not considered him working. That's
just
not
driving.
That's not, putting all that into what he's doing as well. It's more to it. So if John works long hours, that's just, he's a trucker. What do
you
expect?
I'm not working long hours. I'm driving.
He's driving.
I drive 4 and 4. That's 8. Now
right.
let's say we put an hour in between. So 8. We got 8 hours. We got 9 hours. We got 10 hours. That's only 2 hours. That's what? 2 stops.
He didn't even take his
break.
break.
11, 12. That's 12 hours. That would have been 4 stops on top of the 8.
Yeah.
So we're giving an hour each stop. So exactly. It's 8 hours for driving and then 4 stops. So 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's
for
not
4 stops. Sometimes I get 7 stops, 8 stops, 9 stops, whatever.
But that's not including traffic.
Oh yeah, traffic. That's
not including traffic.
So don't get me wrong.
Don't say, oh, he works long hours. Yes, he does. We're not gonna sugarcoat what he do. He's a trucker.
This is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. You feel me? I can't just sit home. I'm not a homebody.
Right.
I can't just sit home. I be so bored. Even I talk mad trash. I be like, yo, when I take my vacation, I ain't doing nothing. day 2 of vacation. Babe, I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I'm about to.
This.
Sometimes I go into work. I go back into work on my vacation because I be bored. I'm so used to being keeping going. Or if not, me and her hop in the car and go somewhere. Yet again, driving for 4 hours there, 4 hours back. Like, come on, man. Y'all some funny. We heard some funny rumors.
So then it was that. How are we moving to Houston when we got put out of Brook Hollow, because that's where we lived. We got put out of Brook Hollow, and so if we can't afford Brook Hollow's rent, how are we moving into a house where we can't afford that? Like,
let me tell y'all something. When my father passed away, my house was left to my mom, and my mom wasn't working. I was working as a young, 21-year-old, 22-year-old boy.
No, not 22. I got with you. You were younger than that.
Like between 19 and 21.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, my bad. But, yeah, I was paying mortgage at that age for $1,200. My rent over where me and her stayed at was way more than a mortgage. So, you feel me? Like, come on now. I paid a mortgage. I know what it's like to pay a mortgage on a house. I paid a mortgage on a house. That was, nothing. Right. But I'm not doing that for nobody's apartment, regardless. Well, I was doing it, but come on now. I'm not paying more than what I was paying. If I told y'all what I was paying, you would have been like, yo, what?
Well, they wouldn't be because a lot of them are paying it. It's just what the economy.
Our rent was more than most average people's mortgage.
Houses, yes, of course, but I'm talking about people who are renting as well.
No, yeah.
Like their thing.
No, I'm talking about the people with the houses.
Yeah, people with houses would be like, what?
Tell it, babe. Tell it.
Another thing people were saying was that.
Wait, after the I work long hours, blah blah blah. Oh, she don't work at all. She just sit home and don't do nothing.
Yeah,
babe.
I don't work. I don't do anything. I lay in bed and sit on the phone and don't do nothing. Well, that's false. But I can tell you that my husband would like for me to do that. I can honestly say.
And I said this plenty of times. My wife was in the nursing field. It was cool or whatever, but I felt like she didn't get paid enough for as much as she was doing. Like, she wasn't getting paid at all, and she was doing the utmost. She would come home, her back would be hurting, babe, can I have a massage? My feet hurt. She on her feet all night. She doing 20 plus 30 plus patients by herself. So first off, I ain't like it anyway. And another reason why I didn't like it is because our schedules didn't work. No. Like, cause she will work overnight, and when I come home, she'll be asleep getting ready to go to work. And when she go to work, I'll go to work too, like during her work hour. So we didn't really have a chance to see each other or sit down and have dinner or none of that. Right. So I just didn't, me personally, I did not want her to work. Like, I was just like, yo, just stay home. I said, stay home, chill, blah, blah, blah. And when I told her that, we was able to sit down and have dinner. She had dinner ready for me when I would come home from work. She had dinner ready. We was able to spend more time together and stuff like that. Cause like I do work long hours, but when I still, I got to spend so much time with her, and it worked out way better. Right. And then she was just like, yo, I'm a hustler. She told me straight up, I'm a hustler. I can't just sit around and not do nothing. I'm a hustler. I was like, well, go get you a job at K Jewelers, sweetheart.
That's what he said to me. I want you to get a job at K Jewelers. I'm like, that's the most boringest job ever. Sit behind the counter,
you clean the rings, and you put them on, you take them off. That's it. You could dress up nice. You could go
That's
back.
What he wanted.
No hard labor, no nothing.
That is
And she was like, yo, I'm not doing that. I'm like, yo, well, you ain't gonna be doing nothing because that's the only job you need. So.
Literally, right? And to say, when I quit my job, he always told me, you're worth more than that job. Like, you are worth. Did I not cry? I boo-hooed, cried.
Yeah,
I cried.
She didn't want to go against me.
I didn't want to leave, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it wasn't even about going against him. during the pandemic, when we were going through what we were going through, they weren't treating me good. And he's like, you need to leave. So let's be clear. The door was always open for me to walk out and quit my job. Always. It was always open.
Always.
I never ever had a time where it was like, oh, you know what, babe, I feel like you using me. Or let me tell you something. When he got with me, I had my own, and I continued to have my own, and I still got my own. But the thing is we're together. What's mine is his. What's his is mine. We live by that 1,000%. We don't hide nothing. There's no oh, you know what, I got this over here and you got that over there. No. So when I say that we literally came to an agreement, because he been on board with me leaving, I had to come to an agreement. And I was like, babe, I cried. I was like, I'm gonna have to quit because I hate the way they're treating me. He was like, let's go, babe, quit the job. So don't think I just quit and said, babe, I'm quitting and you gotta take care of me.
Man, let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all would fold in her shoes. A lot of y'all would fold. You know how hard it is to wash and fold 5 people clothes?
5.
Our kids love taking showers. They take showers twice, 3 times, 4 times a day. And they change clothes like crazy. I wear work clothes. I change my clothes when I come home. I put on sweats and all.
I wear my clothes. I exercise, work out.
Besides that, she, like I said, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing all that stuff. A lot of y'all, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of y'all would straight up fold, not including all the other stuff she do. That, babe, tell them what you do as far as working.
So I do the YouTube videos. I edit. I'm the one who edit. I'm the one who record most of the time. Like, I do that. And then on the other side, I do Herbalife, where I take care of my clients. I have distributors under me. I run an organization. And that is a lot itself. And I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I'm a wife of this lovely man right here. And to handle being a wife and a mom is already a lot. And then I have me. I take care of myself. Like, I'm big on self-care. So I do all of these things. I cook. I wash clothes. I clean. I do everything. Like, honestly.
And not only that, our kids are spoiled. They get picked up and dropped off to school every day. They stop and get hot breakfasts, all this stuff.
The breakfasts.
So, like, you
they
feel
get
me?
hot
Like,
breakfast.
They get hot breakfasts and all that. Like, you feel me? Like, and that's non-stop. Waking up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
And then I come home and do other stuff. I'm working
non-stop.
I come home,
she drops them
and
off,
I work.
And it's an hour and a half gap in between the drop-offs from the different kids.
Yep.
And then the same thing picking up in the afternoon. Sometimes she leave the house at 6 and don't come back in the house till about 5 or 6 in the afternoon.
Right.
So yeah, this whole she don't do nothing, man. I wish I would just take a walk in her shoes, bro. Sometimes I'll be off. I take my days off. I'll be off. And I'll be like, yo, when we going home? She'll be like, nah, we still got to do this. And listen, I can't hang. I'll go work over here. I'd rather go work at my job. I'd rather go work at my job. Then, you know, she don't stop. It's nonstop. But she got it down to a T. She got it down packed. Yo.
I'm up every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in bed by 7, 8 o'clock. And that's my day.
She has her own business. She has her own business. And she doing it. And not for nothing, like, a lot of y'all don't know, but we do have multiple streams of income. So, just putting that out there. And I'm not going to name every last single one, but we do have multiple streams of income, so that might, you know, throw a curveball at you too, since I'm the only one working. So
if he the only one working, I wonder how that's going. But yes, so now y'all know that it is all Bae is okay with me staying home, and I'm not just staying home and not doing anything. I bring in a check.
Multiple checks.
Just like y'all. You know, don't some people have to look at themselves and understand that it's probably what they're hurting. People hurt people. So they're hurting and they see someone else maybe struggling or maybe going through that. And because if I was getting evicted, why wouldn't y'all help me? If that's the rumor you got, why wouldn't you reach out and say, John and Kendra, do you guys need any help? Can we all come together and help you in some way? But you know, it's okay. I like I said, I just laughed at the rumors. At first I was upset, and then I was like, I know it's not true.
I had to calm her down because she was very upset.
I was very upset because I'm like, why would you say that about her? I'm the type of person,
I'll be like, yo, don't worry about it. Like, I can't sit here and worry about what people got to say or what people think. Like, I can't.
Yeah, so. I was upset because it was, I wasn't upset for what was saying. I was upset by who was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because I don't want people to think that, oh, you can't say nothing to her. No, you can. It's just that if you feel like you're this close to me or was this close to me, why would you be running your mouth like that? Oh, well, it wasn't so much a rumor. To everyone that didn't know that we were moving to Houston, I'm going to be very clear with this.
It wasn't a secret.
It wasn't a secret.
It wasn't a secret. So if you thought you knew or you got one up on everybody else or you got the tea, you was cheap, bro.
It wasn't a secret.
It was not a secret.
Like,
we just was gonna let everybody know
at the same time. Yeah. So this was the thing, right? Everybody kept saying, oh, do you know that John and Kendra moving to Texas? Because they think it's a secret. It's not a secret. If you're not in my circle of friends, family, or whoever else that I wanted to know, rather you were a friend or a family, maybe I just didn't want you to know. The people who knew were the people who I wanted to know. Especially if I do not talk to you at all. Why would I? That's like a stranger walking across the street right now and I say, hey, you, John and Kendra is moving to Texas. You got that? Like,
people we don't normally talk to.
I don't talk to you.
Wanted us to give them a phone call and let them know that we were moving to Houston, Texas.
Like, it was just like, you know, it's really not that serious. Like, and I don't want you guys to think that we're upset, because we're not upset.
No, we're not fun with this.
Mad.
This is fun. This
we're
is
not
rumors.
upset.
We just want the air, and we want everybody
we
to
just
know.
want people to just stop lying.
That part.
Stop lying, because you know, and I'm a person that if you were close to me or felt close to me, you could have came and asked me. But the reason why you didn't ask is because you knew we weren't close anymore, or that you didn't have a right to that business, whatever it is concerning me and my husband. So,
but you know, they gotta do what they gotta do to sleep at night, which is, you know, what they do.
Right.
But it is what it is, man. Hey, yo, listen, we got nothing but greatness coming. We got, I can't wait for y'all to see what we got in store for y'all. I just can't wait. Yeah, this is not stopping us.
Right.
Not
at all. And we're not, like I said, there's no issue with anybody, because people, you mention stuff and people just think, oh, you got a problem. I have only in this video talked about what was stated about us. Till this day, I have not said anything negative about a person. People have said negative things about us, and even in that aspect, we have not reached out and said anything. Like I said, we minded our own business, and it was our business, so we haven't said anything. We have literally just been keeping quiet. It just recently got real when people take it and go a little too far, and me as a person, I don't care who you are. I don't tolerate disrespect. Like, no. I don't tolerate disrespect. No. I can respect you 1,000%, but respect goes both ways. I don't care what your title is. I don't care what your title is in my life. If you're my aunt, if you're my cousin, if you're a friend, I don't care. Like, if you want respect, you have to give respect.
Right.
And if you're not giving respect, how can you expect anybody to respect you? You can't use stuff and then talk about John and Kendra and think that I'm gonna be cool about it. Like, I'm gonna be cool to a certain extent. And then my thing is everybody, you know, wants us to be, or I'll say me, I can't say him because I was a little wild. They're expecting a reaction out of me. This is as close to a reaction you're gonna get is this YouTube video.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I ain't tolerating no disrespect to my wife or my whole family at all. Like, you can say what you want about me, but her and my kids, I'm not tolerating it. So, and I always got her back 100%.
Right.
100%.
And let me be clear. We not playing victim, because like I said, we're sitting here saying what was said about us, and we still I'm not even addressing the people. Like, we're not playing victim. It ain't no everybody did this to us. We're laughing about it because people are so gun-ho on what's going on in John and Kendra life, but they got the story so messed up. So instead of like getting upset, don't get me wrong, I got upset a couple of times because of who it was coming from, but don't get gun-ho on thinking that we're upset about the situation when we're laughing, because y'all pissed off. Y'all are mad because you don't know what's going on. And when they can't tell the truth, what do? Start telling lies. That's just what it is. They know nothing about me. I cut so many people off that you can't even sit here and say, oh, well, Shay said or said it came from a certain person, because I don't deal with people like that. So it's sad that we as a couple had to even endure that. But you got to know that with transition comes these things. You go through trials and tribulations. And we just know that this is just the start to our journey. People are very upset. I don't know why. Or maybe they're not upset and they just like they have to live off of gossip. Maybe they're not upset, but this is just how they live, how they operate, how they function. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not me. I don't care to do that. And
we just wanted y'all to hear this from our mouth. Nobody else. Well, yeah, probably did hear it from everybody else.
Yeah.
This is
But it's okay. Now you know the truth. Now you can say, oh, no, that's not what happened because John and Kendra said. People can say him like, oh, they're lying. We don't care after this.
We have facts to prove it.
Yeah, we will never.
We the ones who went through everything. We the ones, you know, telling our stories.
And don't get me wrong, going through what we went through, trying to have to find another place to live, and all of that was stressful. We went through the wire. If that's what you want to know. If you want to know if we were stressed out, yes. We were stressed out, not because we didn't have nowhere to go, because we had places to go, but because stuff wasn't lining up the way we wanted it to line up. We wanted to stay in our place until June, and then we could leave, but that didn't happen like that, and that's okay.
It's always, you know, always something like that when you about to step into your next level, you know?
Right, and that's okay. And another thing, before we close out, it got so bad that I had to talk to certain people, because it looked like as if we were just going to leave and not say anything. Let me make this very clear.
Make it clear, babe.
We were going to tell everyone on our time. So, in a couple of weeks, because I don't know what today's date is, in a couple of weeks or about a month, we will be going to Texas to find our place that we're staying in, to secure that. When we got back, because we're just going to secure the place. Because everyone already knew that our goal was to move to Texas. But no one knew exactly where we were going. We didn't know none of that. We still don't.
Anything. We was trying to figure stuff out before we started, you know, actually telling people that we were, you know, this was our goodbye or whatever.
Right. But so when we got back, which was after April 20-something, I don't remember the dates. After April 22nd or whenever we come back, the 22nd, that Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday, whatever. After the 22nd, when we come back, we were going to set up a time, because that whole week we're busy. We were going to set up a time for us to speak to the people who needed to know that didn't know 100%. So there were a group of people who knew the goal was to move to Texas. There were people that we weren't going to say anything to yet, because we needed to make sure we knew where we were going. When we came back, we were going to have those conversations with the people that needed to know. You know what I'm saying? And because everyone is in our business and spreading our business, we had to talk to people prior. I literally had to have a conversation with someone and tell them, like, I'm sorry that I have to tell you like this, but the reason why we didn't say anything is because we still don't know. Like, now you know we moving to Texas. Now, all the questions you got, I can't even answer. Well, where y'all moving to? I don't know.
Right.
Well, what town? I don't know. When you're looking for an apartment or a house or whatever the case may be, don't you go searching each town? Like, if I'm in New Haven and I decided, like, oh, I want to move to Hampden or I want to move to West Haven, I go look at a couple places in Hampden, a couple places in West Haven, a couple places in East Haven, and then I make my decision. So you asking me, I personally don't know. That's why I didn't want nobody to know prior to this, because we don't know everything yet. Are we moving to Houston? You definitely got that right. When? We're not 100% sure yet. We know that it's in the summer. That's all we know. When we go down here in April, we'll be able to tell people everything.
And let me tell y'all something. We talked. We prayed. We did everything long and hard before we, made this decision. So, long as me and her are on the same page, that's all that matters. I don't care what not one single soul has to say about this move. This is between me, her, and God. And we talked about it, we prayed about it, and this is our move. This is the move for us. This is the right move for us. So regardless of the fact what anyone has to say, I know, friends and family, the ones that's, true to us, I know they hate to see us leave, but they, they love to see us grow. And,
that part.
We're definitely going to grow. Definitely, it's the right move for us, so... I'm excited.
And another thing is if you have a vision, like, everyone is not going to agree. Like, because that was another thing too. A lot of people didn't agree with me and T leaving and moving to Texas. But the thing is God didn't give you, it's okay. God didn't give you my vision. He's never going to give your vision to someone else. So me and my husband, and I can't stand when people say, oh, you need to keep God first because God ain't in that. How you know that? Because God ain't going to show you what he got for me. God's not going to show you that. Just like he ain't going to show me what he got for you. And if someone comes to you and say, oh, I seen y'all in Houston, that's just confirmation. Because I already, because God ain't going to send it to somebody else and be like, if somebody come to me and be like, I see y'all in Houston, I'll be looking like, well, I ain't see myself in Houston. Like, you're not going to put me somewhere where that's not in my vision. My vision. God gives it to us. Our vision. God gave it to you. Your vision. And I'm not nobody's preacher. I'm just saying in general. Like, so of course people aren't going to agree with you with whatever you do. But you have to keep pushing. Like, you have to put your best foot forward. And know that. Because if I stay here because of how people felt, who will be miserable? Me. I will be miserable. He will be miserable. Because we're not doing what our heart wants us to do. Yeah. We're not enjoying. That doesn't mean we're leaving God in Connecticut. No. That doesn't mean none of that. I'm taking God with me wherever I go. Absolutely. And when I step out the door, he's right with me. Mm-hmm. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It's just, everything has to do with, this is our journey and this is what we wanted to do. This is going a whole totally different way. We didn't even know we was going to have to make a YouTube video about this. Like, about this. And then to everybody that's saying, oh, I hope they make it. Well, guess what?
Don't hope, just pray.
Just pray. But just understand, when you say things like that, understand why things are happening in your life. Like, I always say, if I'm focused on Kendra, I can't focus on John and what he got going on. I focus on my husband because he's mine. But if we were just associates, people, just two different people, if I'm focusing on what John got going on, how am I fixing what I have going on? You can't. And my whole thing is I'm not focused on anybody else because I still got stuff that I need to handle. I still have stuff that I have to grow with. So we have stuff that we have to grow with.
On anything but what we got going on,
and that's it.
And that's how everyone should be. But some people, like I said, they thrive off, you know, drama or, you know, rumors or stuff like that.
Right. They thrive off of it.
Yes.
And like I said, I don't like it. Stuff like that make my stomach hurt. I'm just saying. I personally don't care about it. I stay away from stuff like that. And I promise you, I'm the person that will block you. Yes, I will. Because I don't need you to see my wins. If you're disturbing my peace, I don't need you to see my wins. So I will block you, and you'll hear about it whenever. I don't even care if you never hear about it. That's not why I keep people.
Right.
I don't even understand how people, I keep you so I want God to keep you here long enough. No. I don't understand all that. I want God to keep you here long enough for you. I don't want you thinking that I care about what I'm doing. That if you see what I'm doing, I don't care. I don't care if you see what I'm doing, if you see me growing, or if you feel you got to talk about me every 5 seconds. I personally don't care. I only came to like clear these rumors up because it started to become too much. It started to become like, one thing, and 2 thing, and 3 thing. And there's some stuff that I still didn't even mention. But I just wanted to mention the stuff. I just wanted to mention the stuff as far as us leaving to go to Houston. And anything else, I don't care to address. I only wanted to address that for the nosy ones, for the ones who didn't know, for whoever.
And a 99 and a 2.
For the 99. Yeah. No, let me stop. But we love you guys. Anything else you want to say?
Make sure you like this video up, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button and push that little notification bell. Turn it on all.
Turn it up in your speaker.
Because we're going to keep dropping these videos back to back to back for the rest of 2022, y'all.
And we love you guys.
We're better than ever. We love you guys.
And we're